UNA-UK is, for generations of young Brits getting involved in the UN, has been a kind of gateway to that engagement, an opportunity to meet UN people as they come through, an opportunity to learn a little bit about the current UN and the history of the UN. So, you know, an extraordinary, if you like, civil society window between what can seem like a kind of rather impenetrable fortress on the East River of New York and in various other global capitals, and young students wanting to find how to get purchase, how to get a foothold, how to find a window into the organization and explore whether it's a career possibility for them. Well, there's no doubt that the UK has, will lose tremendous standing globally by leaving the EU. The EU was one of the sort of big blocks, if you like, at the UN. But the silver lining to that is the determination of British ministers to go for this thing called Global Britain, and that means at organisations like the UN or the Commonwealth, which don't depend on membership of the EU, you'll see Britain trying to kind of double its efforts, punch above its weight, to use that famous phrase, and really sort of take some stands on issues to kind of get noticed. If you're a smaller power, you have to be shriller. And, Britain will be a small power, but with one great asset, a permanent seat on the Security Council. Well, I think the question as to whether the UN is fit for purpose is, can we better put another way round, which is, are international government relations still fit for purpose? Because, essentially what Syria was about was two implacable regional alliances with, Iran and Hezbollah and other groups on one side backing the Syrian regime in Damascus versus, Westerners on the other backing equally implacable supporters of the opposition to Assad. And the global players, US, Britain, France, Russia, all piled in behind that football game with two sides to it, if you like. And, the UN is never better than the behavior of its member states, and they all behaved abysmally, and they put short-term political gain ahead of finding long-term humanitarian solutions, let alone long-term political solutions and resolution of the conflict. So, this certainly shows a UN that's not delivered, but more importantly, it shows, a failed international system, of which the UN is just one expression. Well, I think the British public, is full of tens of millions of pretty sane-minded, feet-on-the-ground people who, are not going to be moved by appeals to distant, sort of disembodied international organizations, which they occasionally catch footage of large four-wheel drive cars with the UN on the side doing things. But and so that sort of institutional UN is not going to catch their imagination. What has and always will catch their imagination is the human campaigning UN. So when it's about kids getting to school, or mothers and children surviving childbirth, or other health interventions, or about sort of just building a more decent future for people in less lucky circumstances than Brits back home, there is an infinite imagination and capacity and willingness to help on the side of the British public. So my feeling always is strip out the institutional stuff and get to the basic offer, which is about engagement around improving the lives of others, but it's also engagement around a global community that is stronger together than apart. The the One for 7 Billion campaign was really inspired, and I think many people have noted that if there had not been these sort of public hustings in the UN General Assembly, Antonio Guterres may well not have emerged as the new Secretary-General, because it was his triumph in that forum which really set an otherwise rather unlikely campaign going, because by gender and region he wasn't where people anticipated the choice would finally fall. And so I think this power to harness the social media, this power of a message which pushes against the closed doors of the current UN system, offer two ways forward. And if you look over the years, whether it's campaigns against landmines or for a more open Secretary-General or against poverty and debt, in each case it's a powerful emotional campaign around an issue which is really current and meaningful to people, and then a hell of a lot of organization behind it. The earlier ones I mentioned preceded the social media, but they had in common a network of NGOs and other groups, civil society, really organizing and driving people to sign up, offering them things to do, letters to write to their MPs or whatever. And in all cases, there was the excitement of a mass movement and real results. And so, in a world which is falling short across the 17 SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, there's plenty of grist for the mill of new campaigns.